was listening. We no sir, we no sir, we no, we was not complaining. We had known you was gonna switch us up and change the game up, and we was just grateful. We was just grateful. We know that your hand is on everything. I'm telling you right now, you finna move, shift, adjust. God is finna move you in a new direction with this strategy card, chestnut checkers. We up here on God's chessboard. Some of you have decided to move, like carry your cross. You've committed yourself to the cause, and now you're getting ready to see changes. He's making some changes. Source, infinite, awakening, interconnected. Some of you, what you do for work is getting ready to change. That's just it. Whatever you do for work, there may be one phone call that comes in. Maybe this is an opportunity or something that you thought you had missed out on, but you have not missed out on it. And so now it's like what you do for work is getting ready to change. And it feels very abundant. Why? Because Padre God said so. So whatever you get, whatever you thought you was gonna be doing, it feels like Padre God is gonna put you in a what whole nother sphere of doing something that whatever it is he wants you to do. This is moves and counter moves. It feels like every move is strategic, and it is, y'all. Everything that he does is strategic. And you may be worried about how one thing that you're doing is going to work out, but Padre God had already made the move. I'm telling you. So you can get ready for this, child, because some is finna, it feels like you're in the flow. It feels like you're in the creative flow. You on the right chessboard. You playing the right game. Period. Bars. Thank y'all. And look at all the spirit names you got supporting you as well, right? The enemy tried to deceive you, but ain't no deception because it feels like, I'm telling you, I don't know. Jesus got you on the main line, child. He had to talk to you, get you, reel you back in or something, baby. But and the enemy didn't want that because that means you walking in your purpose. Told y'all. Thank you, Daddy. Well, we receive it. What else? Here we go. Didn't I say spirit names, the afterlife? I'm telling you, I just was saying all these spirit names that you got behind you, the ones that have gone before you, blessings of a long life, death and rebirth, reincarnation. Mm-hmm. It feels like somebody, I don't know, this ain't everybody. Well, this is everybody message. Somebody, it's like you've been found not guilty. I don't know what somebody accused you of, but it feels like you were found not guilty about something. And this could be, of course, I don't know. This is also defeating some type of spiritual warfare. But it feels like it was really serious. There was an important decision. It was almost, they said, a turning point. What y'all said? They just said the book of Job. So this may have been one of the trials, the tribulations, the tests that you had to go through in order to see, child, what was really gonna happen. What side were you gonna choose? There was an important decision. And some of you are learning, thank you. Some of you are learning that when you start going through these spiritual attacks and the spiritual warfare, that you really have to just turn to the Lord. You got to go deeper into the Lord and receiving and tapping in with him. And that is actually what's going to break whatever this hold was, child. Whatever, y'all know last week it was like a bunch of deception and it was just like the energy was crazy. And I was telling Patrick God, I was like, Dad, ain't nobody got time for this. We need to move on past this energy. But once he showed me what it was and just showed me that it was just a tactic, then we moved on from it. And that's just it. So just know that. Child, ain't nobody got time. That's all dried up over here. Blessings of a long life, death, and rebirth. Some of you are being reborn. I'm telling you, whatever something that you're working on is being reborn as well. You may feel like you missed out on something, but it's literally also about knowing that there's nothing that can stop this overflow. There's nothing that can stop these blessings that are coming in. What else? I'm told y'all the closing. This is the ancestors' name again. What y'all was talking about, y'all? Coming to the end of a phase, the conclusion of something, completing a cycle. I'm telling you, that's literally what happened. If you've been feeling like you just like everything has been going, I don't know, it feels like everything was going left instead of going right. And so it feels like something had to close out. This is the end of that. A decision has been made in the course of heaven, in real core. If you got something going on down here, it's like order is being restored from chaos, is the first thing they just said. Some of you, there were some emotions that you had to deal with in order to let go of whatever this is, because it feels like it was like a trigger point. It was something that the enemy was using in order to attack you and keep you from moving forward and moving, like bringing in abundance and this overflow. For others of y'all, it feels like you saw someone's true feelings. You understand exactly how they feel about you. Maybe somebody was playing with you, testing your gangster, your spirituals with this card that's coming in, but it's just like you saw past it, you saw through it, and you kept it moving. Good, congratulations, because we don't have time for that. Who has time for that? Okay. um Mm-mm. And now it's almost like deeper meaning. Some of you have spent some time learning yourself, knowing yourself better, and that's what's going to be the most beneficial for you. Your child, y'all better leave spirit them alone, mama. Y'all, they ain't who's child. We not fit to get mad. It's Sunday. We is in good energy. So don't even let it go. Don't even get mad, child. These spirit names is cray. Whose spirit nails is the child? Stop. They is like stomping this cane on the ground. Well, they heard you, child. They know you said what you said. Don't worry about it. Look at the hummingbird, y'all. It was a hummingbird. Well, that so says the ancestors name. So y'all can be prepared. If y'all, you may that's like the fourth hummingbird that I've seen in the last like 3 or 4 days. So you may be seeing hummingbirds. It's just the ancestors name. Like, no, we real deal here. And my papa showed up. Come on, new contracts. Didn't I say if you thought that a contract or something, an opportunity has slipped away, it did not. This is the birth of new contracts. So hummingbirds may be something that you're seeing to confirm like something is on the way. Okay. So you might have thought that you might be receiving, because this is clarifying this communication card. Don't be surprised. Look, priestess of light, if you have a new contract coming in, this could be in regards to your gifts and whatever you're working on, this workaholic down here, whatever gamble you've taken, it's like somebody's getting ready to take a risk, or either you getting ready to take a risk on yourself. This says legal matters, court cases. I told y'all, commitments made, soul contracts. We had that come out on this card. So it literally is like some of you have stepped out of old contracts and you're getting ready to step into new ones. So you can get ready because it's coming. It's good. It's coming. Not papyrus. This is something you're destined to do as well, because this is like Egyptian times. Like this, they just said papyrus. I don't know if that's what this is called or not, but that's what they said. But it's like you had to close out one contract in order to call in a new contract. Yep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. This is something you're working on, or this is something you're getting ready to give birth to, and you're gonna have to nurture it, you're gonna have to take care of it. But this is something, and a lot of you have sacrificed for whatever this is. A lot of you have sacrificed in order to give birth to this, to work on this, whatever it is. You had to let a lot of things go in order to make this happen. Mm-hmm. Somebody might, I don't know, child. They said collect call. I don't know if somebody in jail, going to jail. I don't know, child. We talk about spiritual jail, but child, this could be real jail. Like somebody might be going to jail or something, or communicate with you from jail, child. I don't know. Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know, child. We'll have to see. That ain't everybody message, so just be careful of that. I don't know. Somebody in jail or what? I don't know. Okay, what else? The witch within is next. This says connecting with your inner witch, amplifying your energy, manifestation rituals. Chuck, ain't no kind of hexes, curses, spells, none of that. We not gonna spend a lot of time on it. But it feels like I told y'all this the other day in one of the messages the other day. When you play with God, you gonna lose. Like that's just the bottom line. And so some of you, somebody might have been playing in your energy. I don't know, take it how it resonates, but that could be like while you were tired, while you were feeling depleted. Like spiritual warfare is a real thing. And one of the things God had me, he gave me a whole message about it. Um, it's like he's been talking to me about like how People will play around in your energy. And this is all spiritual stuff, y'all. And people don't want to talk about this. And but it's not all sunshine and rainbows. And if we don't know what we're combating, then we don't know what to do in order to break free, to break through, and to get out of some of these cycles, and close out these old contracts that are a part of our past. If you don't understand why, and so because I said something about this, and someone ended up saying, like, oh, I don't like some about spell work. Well, that part of the message ain't for you. It's literally, but people, the come on, what say it, how y'all want me to say that? Mhm. There are people who dabble in magic. Their message. There are people who dabble in magic. There are people who dabble on the dark side of the street, but they don't know that that's what they're doing. So a big part of what is happening is God is bringing people in, and like me, that's why I talk about warfare a lot. It's why I talk about, because people don't know. It's like a lot of people there when you first, even when you first come into tarot, when you first come into um spirituality, a lot of people are being taught the wrong things and not understanding that what they're doing can be used for darkness or it can be used for light. So the point is trying to make people aware, to make sure that you playing on the right side of the street, so everyone know this is not your message. But what I know for sure is the messages that God has me given are to people who, if you don't understand what you're doing, you got to be careful, because you opening yourself up to darkness. You're opening yourself up to magic that you don't even know anything about, and you don't if you don't know what you're opening and exposing yourself to. And I'm not judging, because I was here for this, right? Like I did that. I was exposing myself to things that made myself, my story, my challenges, my obstacles a lot more difficult. And so the people that these messages are for people who are trying to find the light, but maybe have lost their way. They're trying to find the light. They're trying to walk on the light side. But when you're listening to a lot of different people, everyone's not preaching about God when they're reading tarot. Everyone's not preaching about the light, because everyone's not walking in the light. And just like we have, regardless of what you listen to, there are a lot of ways and tactics that the enemy will use. So if you don't understand what's going on, you'll stay confused, and you may continue to walk and dabble into stuff that and not have an understanding of what it is. One of the things that the Lord has been talking to me about today is false prophets. He gave me a whole message about it. I wrote it down, because the thing about it is, there are those of us who were sent by the Lord, who seek and search for him earnestly, that he's using to go and talk to the people who dabbling and don't really understand what they're doing. I was a dabbler, so I can understand that. And it's why, and so this is a big part, come on, Lord, a big part of what he's been doing is solidifying with me what my mission is, the people who I need to reach, the people who I need to empower, impact, and inspire, so that I can bring them into the light. There are a lot of people that are on the fence and that don't really understand. Like, listen, if you keep dabbling over here and stuff you don't know about, you're opening yourself to the enemy. You're